Hello. Hello, everyone. So I'm just trying to pin, yes, the comments. Perfect. How is everyone going? Hello. Hello, Ben. Hello, Marion. Hello, Alex. Hello, Papa. Hello, Laura. How is everyone going tonight? Today? I don't know. Tell me where you're logging from. So you can see the pin. Yes, you can. Perfect. Up. So how are you all doing? Hamburg, 11 a.m. Yes, great. So Geneva as well, 11 a.m. 11. Europe is amazing. It's the same time nearly everywhere. How are you all doing? I'm so happy to be on this live with you. I'm really excited about sharing on topics, seeing if you have any questions. I've received a few questions, but I would like to take the temperature live because I think it's always good to be in the moment and work with what is going on right now. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, do you have any questions? If you do, ask them in the comments. We're going to talk anything spirituality, manifestation, abundance, worry, fear, anything that comes into your mind. It's going to be an amazing transmission today. I've been working with the guides. I have to do more lives. I have to give some of that magic, and I'm very happy to be there to contribute and to answer any question you might have and to give you all the good vibes that you deserve. If you're here, it's not by chance. If you joined this live today now, it's because you need to receive some of this transmission and all of the juicy information that I'm going to share with you. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. If you do have questions, just put them in the comment box below. Feel free to ask anything. I do have other questions here. I would like to talk. I'm going to start to talk about fear, actually, because this is a topic that came so much in all the answers that that you have given me, guys, like answers about the question, what is your biggest worry, what is your biggest fear, and it was all around money, it was all around jobs, it was all around purpose, it was all around like the future and being worried and stressed and anxious about that. So I would like to first start talking about that. Basically, we are very powerful individuals. We have everything that is needed inside of us, and it's all about tapping back into that inner potential. And most of us think, oh, I'm worried about not generating money, I'm worried about following my path and not being able to succeed, not being able to manifest that money, and so on. And I first want to say that money is growing more and more and more every single day on the planet, and I want you to integrate that. Money is not diminishing every day, it's growing every single day. Tomorrow there will be more money than there is today, and the day after there will be more money, and the day after there will be more money. So it's about really recognizing the fact that abundance is around you, all around you, and it's the inner work that you're gonna put in on how to tap into that abundance. Do you resonate with that? Do you resonate with the worries around money? Do you resonate with the worries about the future, the abundance, following your path, following your bliss, and actually being worried to not receiving the money in return that you deserve? Hi, Bastien. Hi, everyone. Yeah. So, an abundance mindset linked to money is something that you can tap into easily with a few different steps. So first, when we want to be abundant and we want to manifest more things into our lives, money, abundance, gifts, experiences, and level up, there is one first thing that we need to do, and it's acknowledging where we are. Where are we in our life in relationship to money? You know, do we have money blocks? Like money, how is our money mindset? How do we feel about money? Are we running away from money, or do we love money? You know, are we treating money like an enemy, or are we seeing money as an energy and as a partner enabling us to access those experiences that we want, and eventually giving back to the world and contributing to something bigger than us on this planet? Because it's all about that. It's all about your vision about money. So assess where you are at now. You know, are you afraid to look at your bank accounts? Are you afraid to pay your bills? Are you afraid to receiving money? Or do you feel okay, am I back? Yes. So it's all about that. Where are you now? In this assessment, there is also another question that is, how grateful are you? Like how do you see what you already have? Are you able to see all the gifts around you? Are you waking up in the morning feeling so grateful for the life that you have, so grateful to be sleeping in a bed, under a roof, having food every day on your plate? Do you manage to feel that gratitude inside of you? Do you manage to really connect with that sense of abundance that is all around you, being able to breathe, being able to be under the sun, being able to talk with people, being able to experience life itself, being able to travel, being able to do all these things? And travel doesn't necessarily mean going abroad many times per year. It can mean also traveling through your own country, through your own region, discovering something that are new, etc., etc. Where are you with your abundance mindset? And if this resonates with you, leave comments below, ask me questions, interrupt me. Like, I would be very curious to know how this lands for you. Another thing with the money mindset and the fear about the future that I wanted to say, in relation to creating your own business or following your path, leaving the conventional path to build your own business, for example, entrepreneurship, etc., is that when you follow your path, when you follow what brings you joy, you can never be wrong. And it's not about worrying if the money will come and focusing on the I lack money at the moment, but focusing more on where your joy is. Focusing more on, you know, taking some time for yourself to assess what makes my heart vibrate, what makes me feel alive, what makes me feel, you know, like I'm waking up in the morning and I'm excited. Is it that 9-to-5 job? Because it can be, you know, there are no rules. Maybe for you the dream is to work for someone else, and maybe for you the dream is actually to work for yourself and to do something very specific, to follow your passion in life and make it your own business. And when you do that, when you actually follow your heart, follow your bliss, follow your joy. Everything else follows around. Why? Because you are following your heart. Your body, your energy, your vibration is in expansion. Your soul is very happy because you are exactly where you need to be, how you need to be, and doing what you need to be doing. So you attract around you the circumstances, the people, the energies that you are vibrating out because you are happy and you are following everything that makes you feel alive and vibrating at the highest level possible. And what I like to tell my clients is, when you feel physically, connect with your body. And when you do feel physically that something is really making your heart expand, where you feel like your body is leaning forward, this is something that you need to go for. This is something that you need to follow. If you feel like your body is moving back, if you feel like oh my God, your stomach is not feeling good, just move away from that. This thing, this person, this circumstance, this event is not good for you. Like, definitely not. And your body is your compass. So I have a question from Tama Rituals. What if I cannot really find what's exactly that makes my heart vibrate? Do you think it was just not the right time yet? So I think we have moments in life. It's a very good question. Thank you for asking. We all have moments in life where we feel a bit lost. And to be honest with you, I was feeling lost, I think about a couple of months ago. Maybe more, 3 to 4 months ago, I was feeling very lost, very confused about my path, very confused about what I wanted to do. I had released my t-shirts. I had focused all of my energy and time to release like an eco-friendly fashion line made in Bali, made to raise people's vibration. And I ended up only releasing one t-shirt because I had so many hurdles on the road. And I was like, what am I meant to be doing? I don't know. And a few things actually are very helpful to do in that case. So what did I do? First, I just took the time to assess where I was. Okay, what did I do in the past that brought me joy? Like, what did I do in the past that made me feel good about myself? What are the experiences? And do a little assessment. What in my current reality does not bring me joy, does not make me happy? And actually, this is very helpful, because by knowing what doesn't make you happy, and by having those hurdle on the roads, those experiences that are not really fulfilling, what happens is that you change your reality and you are able to actually reassess and see, oh, actually this doesn't feel good, but this feels much better. And you adjust. I see it as walking in a corridor. You walk in a dark corridor. It's black and it's very narrow. And you continue walking, and you bump on the left, and then you bump on the right, and then you bump on the left, and you bump on the right, until the moment that you actually know intuitively what is the width of this corridor, pitch black, and you are able to move forward without having those hurdles on each side. So it doesn't block you anymore. You have a straight line, and you're able to go and to access the next door and to move into the next corridor where things will shift again. Because life is not about one passion. Life is about following our joy and our bliss and adjusting to every single moment or every single step of the way. Maybe what I do today is going to be completely different than what I do in 3 years or 5 years or 10 years from now. So it's really about adjusting in the moment. And if you focus on really what brings you joy on a daily level, in the small things of your daily life, and not putting pressure on yourself about, oh, I need to find my purpose, I need to find that thing that is so much bigger than me, and this is so hard on us people. You can't always put that much pressure on yourself. And I'm talking about you, I'm talking about me as well, because the idea of life purpose is something that is out there every day, everywhere. It's a super common theme, and we are all now wondering, oh, am I living my purpose? Am I living to the highest? Am I contributing to making things change on the global level for so many people? And we all struggle with that. But it's about really assessing, asking yourself the questions without any pressure. What do I like to do? How do I like to occupy my free time? What do I spend hours researching online, for example, when I'm alone? What books do I love to read about? Yes, when I have free time, what do I do? What are the types of people that are around me that brings me a lot of joy? What are the qualities that I really admire in someone? Ask yourself all these little questions. And then also, I have an exercise actually that I'm going to share in a separate live that I really want to do with you guys. It's called the life purpose design. And it's based on the Ikigai, the Japanese model of how to find your purpose. And it's a combination of many different things. The first one is what do you love doing, what you are good at, what you can be paid for, and what does the world need. And the combination of all of these 4 things actually enable you to come up with a kind of purpose. And I like the idea of purpose, but I love the idea of a red thread in your life that gives you a direction, but you can experiment, throughout this red thread, this life. You can experiment and you can, choose to focus on something like, imagine you are a beautiful graphic designer, so you focus on that, and then you want to maybe go into fashion design a little bit, or then you want to go into, I don't know, creating recipes. You go into foods, because you're a very creative person, but you have many creative endeavors that really speak to you. So it's not about like making choices and really being stubborn and fixated on one thing. It's about following really the flow of the moment. And hi everyone, for those of you who just joined, it's really there's one very important thing that I would like to share with you to take off that pressure of the life purpose, because it's a huge topic. Our purpose in life as human is to live joy and to experience love. This is our purpose as human beings. We were born here to experience love because love is the highest of all vibrations. It's what makes us really feel ourselves in alignment, grounded, connected, expanding. It's like a multi-dimensional feeling. It connects us to other realms, it connects us to other humans, it connects us to nature, to everything around us, and to ourselves, to our true selves. So if you live your life, and if you are in search of your joy, and if you are in search of feeling love, giving love, receiving love, and doing everything in your power to have that experience, this is beautifully living your life purpose. And then everything that comes up, that is added, is a way to express that. It's a way to express your love. Everything, your mission, what you share, everything is about expressing that love. Like pulling what your gifts are and giving that to the world and sharing your gifts with the world. But do not put pressure on yourself about finding your life purpose. Hi to all the new people that just joined me. Oh, amazing. So I hope that this really helped you. It was a long answer, but I have so much about life purpose, and really I think it can be beneficial to every single one listening here. Type your questions in the comments box, because I really want to be available for you to the max of my capacities. Any questions that you might have, anything that you want to know about, I'm here, I'm dedicated, I'm giving you so much energy right now. Everything that you need to know is transmitted. If you want to set a little intention as well for this live, it's the perfect opportunity for you. If you have something that is blocking you in your life, if you have something that you want to really get answers on, just set that intention, and the guides are helping here to remove the blockages that are existing. ask your questions. For me, it's very helpful as well, because then I know what you're struggling with, and I can really I can talk about things during that live that really resonate with you. So if you don't have any questions right now, I'm just going to go back to the list of what we talked about. Oh yeah, there's another big thing, the fear of failure. Oh, I have a question. Where you got your knowledge, books, mentor, coach, just experience? A mix of everything. A mix of everything. I've always been interested into spirituality since I was a kid. I was very sensitive, but I had no idea everyone else was that sensitive at the time. I could really see through people, and I could see through the bullshit of adults, but to a very deep extent. And then growing up, I was like spending hours when I was a teenager looking at things online about ghosts. I loved all these stories about ghosts, stories about witches, rituals, magic. Then when I was about 17, I bought my first tarot deck, started to do a few readings for people around me, and reading. I would say that I always was a very good reader, but I started into the personal development and spiritual field a bit later. When I was in my early 20s, in 2008, so 10, 11 years ago, after a really bad breakup, I found the book The Secret. My friend Jara talked to me about it because her dad, a Filipino healer, said you have to read that book, it's going to change your life. So I did. I applied the law of attraction, it worked magics, and then I was like, oh my god, there is this whole new world, personal development, spirituality, that I already was in touch with, but on a different level. And then it started 2008, so on and off, and then really 2014 I met mentors, and I was recommended books, and then you go to events, you meet your soul tribe, your people, and then you exchange references, and then you start coaching, you start traveling. I was traveling a lot, looking for workshops, looking for trainings. So I did like so many trainings. You can have a look at my websites. Not everything is listed there, but you have like a good chunk of everything that I've studied. And yeah, I guess it's like always meeting, trusting that you meet the right people at the right time in the right way, and everyone is your teacher. I always sometimes when I get frustrated with people or situations, because I'm human, let's face it, and I'm very impatient. That's something with me, like one of my traits. I always remember that everyone is my teacher. What is this situation teaching me? What is this person teaching me? How can I accept this, and and so on. So yeah, I would say The Secret was definitely the book that changed my life. And then following the path, following your gut feeling about people, about places. And it's not because someone is selling millions of books, and I insist about that. If you know me well, if you get to know me better, I am not a follower. I'm doing my own thing, following my own path, and I don't have any masters. I think that we are all our own masters, and we need to trust our guts. So if someone is talking to you about this amazing author, this amazing spiritual teacher or whatever, and you don't resonate with it, don't continue. Just forget about it, Follow what your gut is telling you, follow what your heart is telling you. If you pick up a book that is absolutely not, is very low-key, and you resonate so much, and it can change your life, and you feel it, just go for it. And that's the way to go. Follow your gut, follow your feelings. Thank you for the question, Schmidt-Delik. So how do you connect to your source? It really seems it's beautiful. Thank you. So how do I connect? It's about intuition, and it's about how you manage to connect with your intuition, with that gut feeling, with that inner knowledge and inner knowing, right? what we call the source, what is bigger than us, this big energy that actually we can tap into. It's also through our higher self. So our higher self is like a higher version of ourself, but who knows everything and who's experienced everything. It's like our higher wisdom. And when we connect to that higher wisdom, we can get answers about everything, and we can really get clear messages coming through. So the first step that I really recommend to do to connect with source is actually to have a clear vessel, because we are a vessel. Our body is a vessel, our energetic system is a vessel, and it's about taking care of it and clearing it. So what does it mean? It means that you will want to actually clear your energy on a regular basis. You know, we are energetic beings, and we do get impacted by external circumstances, external people. You know, this affects our energy, this affects our field, and it can really, we can go from great to not so great in an instant if we are surrounded by the wrong people, if we are in the wrong environment, and if we have the wrong habits. So it is our responsibility to take care of this. How you do that? First of all, the guys are showing me the morning shower is so important. If like shower every single day, if not twice a day. It doesn't mean with soap, it means with water, because water is the best way to clear all the electromagnetic fields instantly. That's why it's really good to wash your hands as well very often, so you can clear. We have very important chakras in our hands, by the way, and in our feet. We never talk about it. We always talk about the main 7 chakras, which are part of our key energetic system, the main one, but we have amazing chakras in our hands and feet. I'm going to talk about that at another time, otherwise I could go for hours. But it's very important to clear yourself with water. Then you can also use tools like incense, like sage to burn, Palo Santo. It really gives a message that you want to get clear. What I do every single morning is I meditate. So as soon as I wake up, I just do a meditation. It can be 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And basically what I do is I visualize that all of my chakras are getting cleared and that they are shining their light. So if you don't know about chakras, Google them and try to know about them. Try to memorize. There are 7 of them, so you don't need to know the names. Just know the colors of them and focus on those points, those energy centers, and clear them once after the other. And also clear your aura. So your aura is the totality of your energy fields. It's all your energetic bodies, all the different layers of the energetic bodies. And imagine that you are under a waterfall and that your aura is like this big transparent egg. And imagine that you are cleaning, you have someone cleaning your aura under a waterfall, and you feel all this energy coming in. So that is another way to feel really clean, to clear your channel. Then after that, once you've done that, you also want to focus on grounding. Being grounded means being in your body, not outside of your body. You want to be present physically in your body. So what I do to ground myself is a bit of yoga in the morning. So for those of you who know her, I do yoga with Adrienne in the morning. I do not go to a yoga studio. I do not practice with other people. I like my time, my space, and I love yoga with Adrienne on YouTube because she has free videos. You can choose your topic. She has a beautiful energy, and her motto is do what feels good, is exactly what I stand for. Do what feels good for you. So a bit of yoga to ground yourself, and then just set an intention. Start very easy. Set an intention to basically receive messages, and it can be very, very simple messages. It can be you ask a question and you say, okay, I want to know today where should I go on holiday next? And this is like a silly, stupid question from our everyday life that anyone could ask. Where should I go on holiday next? And set the intention to receive the answer during the day, and you will see that the magic will start happening. You will receive answers from the most random ways. Whereas it's reading someone's t-shirts about, for example, Hawaii, and then listening to a conversation from two people next to you in that cafe talking about Hawaii, and then, I don't know, being in a waiting room and having a magazine with the cover saying holidays in Hawaii or whatever. This is just amazing. This is the beauty of the universe, and this is everything that can happen to you. So the information is coming through, and the more you pay attention to that information, the more you say, okay, you write it down, you note it, the more information will come through. Every single time you have a question to ask yourself and set the intention to receive the answer, and give a timeline by the end of the week or by the end of the day, or the universe is listening to you. If you set intentions and if you ask questions, you will receive the replies, but then it's about how you manage to see those replies, to pay attention to the signs. So let me check. I'm speaking so much. I'm sorry, guys. You ask me such interesting questions. Yes. Marion, how can I overcome procrastination? Okay. Amazing question. I have 2 stories about this one. The first one, to me, would be action. When you procrastinate, it's actually that your mind is taking over, and the hesitation phase, when you have an idea that comes through you, and you know that you need to do something, and you feel that connection, you feel that vibe, you feel that excitement, do that thing straight away. Don't wait, because then the ego, the mind, is taking over. After those few seconds of excitement, you have that second phase where you ask yourself questions. Is it good? Should I do this? And then it's a balance between the yes and the no, and it's in the back of your head, and then you sit and you do something else. Or when you know that you have something very important to do, you do something else. Why? Because your soul, your ego knows that actually it's going to expand your soul, it's going to make you grow. And every time that something is about to make us grow, we push that away. Our ego wants to push that away. Why? Because it's moving from something that the ego knows until an unknown territory, and this unknown territory is freaky for the ego, because the ego is afraid that it's going to die. So my advice is action. Take action as soon as you can. And then there is another scenario that I really, really like as well. So it's about connecting to your heart and feeling between this option 1 of, yes, do the action straight away to overcome procrastination, because procrastination is all about self-doubt and all about lack of self-esteem in a way, and lack of self-worth. You feel that you're not worthy, or that you may fail, or so you procrastinate. So action is number 1. Number 2, what I listened to a few months ago and that I really loved, I don't know if you are familiar with Abraham Hicks, the teachings of Abraham, but it was a video on YouTube. And on that video, she was sharing that she had to book some flight tickets, 10 flight tickets, and her husband kept telling her, you need to book those flight tickets, and she had massive resistance. She would end up cleaning the whole house, doing the garden. She would end up doing all the other things that she had to do instead of booking those flight tickets. And what happened is, one day she just woke up. I don't know what she was doing at the time, and she was like, okay, now is the right time to book those flight tickets. And what happened is, she called, it was in the US, and I think it was an airline, the service on the phone, actually, of the airline, online booking system by phone. And she was talking to the operator on the other side of the line, and the operator was like, okay, I'm going to check those flights for you. And then she was like, oh my God, those flights did not appear 10 minutes ago. Those flights were not available 10 minutes ago. Oh my God, like those flights, you get such a great deal, you get such a good offer. And so this relates to the notion of divine timing. And I love talking about divine timing because it's how your soul knows that now is not the right time and that you need to wait for divine timing when everything is aligned for you to get the best experience possible. And the conclusion of this story is that if she hadn't waited that long to book the flights and she hadn't waited to that perfect moment, she wouldn't have had those deals, she wouldn't have had those itineraries, she wouldn't have had such a fluid experience. And with divine timing comes fluidity. So it's your role to feel within your heart if it's genuinely not the divine time right now for you to do this thing, or if it's because you get really, your ego is really feeling trapped, and you know that something amazing is on the other side just by taking that action, just by taking that small little step. You know that something amazing is about to shift and about to happen for you, and you're scared of doing that. So think about that, connect to yourself, and try to get the answers. And as I say, intuition, connecting to yourself is like a muscle. You need to train it every day, and everyone has the gift. It's not something specific. Some people come with it more developed than others. It's like, being good at math or not being very good. But at the end of the day, if you train yourself, if you take a private tutor, if you do all the things to be better, you will improve because you're taking the steps. I do have that natural ability and it's quite developed. I'm very intuitive, but you guys can be very intuitive as well. Connect more and more every day, and you'll get all the answers that you need for about anything, and specifically about your question, Marion, about procrastination. This is a great exercise. Is it clear for you? Did I reply properly? Okay, thank you. Okay, The Secret from Rhonda Byrne. And if you can, read the book, listen to the audiobook. They also have a movie if you want to watch it, but I think that the book is definitely the best. Thank you, Marion, for sharing. Yes, great. What could I expect from your work with oracle cards? Well, first of all, don't have any expectations. If every time we have expectations, we're disappointed in life. No, it's not true. Not every time. But having an expectation about anything will set the bar instead of being pleasantly surprised and open to the unknown. And anytime we have expectations about a person, about a situation, we are disappointed at one point because we create that clear image in our mind of what we want, and we are not responsible for the delivery. So when the delivery comes, if it doesn't match our image, the image that we have of this thing, then we get disappointed because that's not what we wanted. So what I would say, I would shift that around and I would say, what questions do you want to ask to receive answers? What are the questions that you are asking yourself, or that you feel you don't yet have the answers? And think about that. Yes. Do you have tips on how to cope with the inner judge for myself and others in daily life? Oh, I love this one. Thank you so much. I'm working on this one at the moment with my own coach, the inner judge, and it's a work that I've started, many years ago, but it's an ongoing work for everyone. It's something that is very difficult because it comes in ways, it's very wicked in a way, and it comes in every day and we don't even notice it. So I'm going to share with you what I'm doing with my own coach at the moment, and it's about awareness and paying attention. So what I do, what exercise I need to do is how my inner judge comes to me every day. So how does the inner judge express himself every day? What are the voices that I hear in my head? For example, when I have an amazing idea, and then I was talking about those few seconds of feeling amazing, and then bam, the inner judge, the ego comes in, and what is going on? So write down every single day how this inner judge is talking to you. What are the key messages? What are the messages that you receive every time from that inner judge? What is the content of what the inner judge is saying? What do you feel? How does it make you feel? What is the focus? And really when does it take place? Because often we realize that the inner judge is like a broken record. It's, the key message is always the same, but it takes different forms in different areas. But the exercise is actually, the aim of that is actually to help you determine in which area the inner judge is the most active, what are the messages, and what is the attack on specifically in those cases. So you do that, every 2 or 3 days at night before you go to bed. You write down in a journal, okay, this is how my inner judge came in these past few days, around which topic, how did it make me feel, how did it limit myself, and how did I block myself because I listened to that inner judge. So what are the opportunities that I didn't take, what did it stop me from doing, etc., etc. What could I have done had I not listened to that inner judge? So write that down in a journal. And it's funny because I've been doing that work now for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that the inner judge was so present. In fact, that the inner judge was always there. And it's that tiny little voice that says to you when you feel excited about something, oh no, but la 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 la. It usually starts by but, and then it goes on and on and on. And it's about saying, thank you very much, inner judge. Your role was, until now, to protect me from being hurt, to protect me from, all the things that scare me. I thank you. I really would like to express my gratitude because you are trying to do the right thing, what you think is the right thing, but now I'm taking over, and I allow you to be in my car because I need you in some way, but you're going to sit in the back seat and you're not going to take the steering wheel, and you're not going to decide, you're not going to be the co-pilot, you're just going to be there, sit there and listen, and I'm going to be taking the decisions and driving that car that is my life. So it's very interesting because that inner judge, if you change your perception as well, you manage to see it as your protective warrior, inside warrior. This warrior that is actually very faithful, very committed, very loyal to you, this loyal warrior, and helping you really stay safe. But staying safe stops you from growing. And as soon as you start this inner dialogue with this inner judge, with this, it's part of your ego as well. As soon as you start an inner dialogue with that entity within you, then you give him attention, so everything is calming down. And what you want to do is change the relationship that you have and transform that inner judge into the loyal soldier, the loyal warrior by your side, who will still be there if you are really in danger, but who will not stop you from accomplishing what you need to accomplish in this lifetime, from being the person that you need to be in this lifetime, to be the expression of your highest possible vibration. Thank you very much for this question. Hi to all the new people who joined. Ask me other questions. How much? Oh, actually, I take one last question, and if there are no questions, then I'll move on to Picking a few cards for you. We still have 15 minutes before it cuts. So yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. So, who wants to receive a little card? Just give me some hearts in the comment box. Yes, Mario. Okay, let's do this. Oof. The card literally jumped out of the deck. And this is your card. I don't know if you see it straight. No, it's not straight. Spirituality. Very interesting. You're probably in a time in your life where you wonder what else is there, what is more, how can you connect with yourself on a deeper level, how can you live from your more spiritual side, how can you actually learn more about all of these laws the universe has, all of these things that the universe is offering you, and you are tapping into a whole new world that is bringing you a lot of excitement, and you know that is good for you, and you want to learn, and you want to grow, and you want to do so many new things. And this card is a validation that you're exactly on the right path. You're exactly where you need to be. And if you focus on connecting with this higher self, connecting what is good for you, connecting with your heart, what makes you feel alive, what makes you vibrate, there can be no mistake. You are a spiritual being in a human experience, and it's very exciting because you're going to have a lot of new tools to play with throughout this year, and in the coming month you're going to meet a lot of new people that are aligned with you. It's a very exciting time, and yeah, I'm very happy for you. That's it. Thank you, Marion. Okay. Tama Rituals, this one is for you. Oof. Keeps jumping. My God. Beautiful. Nature card. You don't spend enough time in nature. Nature is one of your key values, they're telling me. It's a way for you to reconnect with who you truly are at the core, and they're telling me that nature is the answer to your questions. Nature is going to help you find all the answers about the guidance that you are seeking. Spend more time in nature, spend more time alone, ask your questions. They show me an image of you really sitting like with a tree behind your back and resting there and journaling and asking the questions, and it's like you are doing some kind of automatic writing. You are asking the questions, and then you can tune in to your higher self and to your guides, and boom, you have the answers. And the more you do that, connect with a tree, connect in nature, be alone with nothing else next to you, the more you will be able to receive all these answers. And it's beautiful because you have all of that in you, and they're telling me you have all the answers in you, and it's about extracting them slowly but surely, not to overwhelm you, but they're showing me really this automatic writing, like to write. Writing is going to help you. I don't know if you journal. Journaling is amazing for you, and doing it in nature even more. So that's it. Hope this. Let me know if this resonated with you. I mean, I know it did, but on which level? And what is there something new that you are learning and that you want to apply, or Blumenfreundin. Oh, my German is so bad, I'm sorry. This card is for you. Yeah, we still have 9 minutes before the end of this live, so if you do want a card, just put a little heart or say me me in the comment box. So this is your card. This is the Pride card. They are showing me that maybe you feel that there is something deep inside of you that needs to be explored, something that you have kept inside because you are afraid of other people's judgment. You are afraid of what might come out, what the consequences can be in your surrounding. They're showing me the family and the direct surroundings. There is something, a passion of some kind, something that is very, that is buried inside. They're showing me a treasure, like a little treasure, and you open it up, and when you see that, when you connect with that part of you, you feel so alive, you feel amazing, and actually you just, this part of you, the image that you give to the outside world is stopping you from accessing your true potential, from accessing your true happiness, your true self, and from really being able to live the life to the extent that you deserve to live it. And it's about putting that image down and allowing yourself to tap into your full potential to then be able to live in full happiness. So follow your heart and everything will be fine. You know, you don't care about other people's judgment. You don't care about what other people think, even though they are close to you. If they truly love you, they will always, always support you no matter what. They will always be by your side and being really happy that you are growing and expressing your true self. These are the right people that you want by your side. Sending you love. So then, who do we have? My gratitude belly. I need to hurry. And then Lore. Yes. 7 minutes. When? Oof. Ooh. Wendy, this is your card. The love card. How beautiful. So the message is what they are showing me is it's funny, it's the same. It's all about, the theme during that live is all about digging inside of ourselves, right? It seems to be like a very common theme, how to reconnect within ourselves to the depth of our being. They're telling me that you need to connect with yourself and to give all the parts of yourself that you don't like some love. You need to actually really connect with all of these little parts. They're showing me like it's like it's a broken glass, and that there are parts that are hidden somewhere, and you need to gather all these parts and say, I love you. I love you to all these parts of yourself. And then they're showing me that as soon as you do that, everything is shifting around you, and you emit that deep frequency of love, and love can come in, and love will be attracted by that. But first, it's about reassembling all those little broken parts and acknowledging them and saying, I love you to them, because you are, they're telling me, you are perfect as you are. Don't try to change anything about yourself, because the more you will try to change things about yourself, the further away from your true self and from the love that you feel deep inside, that you have to feel deep inside for you, will be. They're showing me like it's like you're pushing away what is already inside. So connect with that. Connect with all these little parts and reassemble it. And now they're showing me, you know, the Japanese actually believe that what is broken is actually the most beautiful, because what they do is they, for example, a broken cup, they reassemble all the pieces and they use gold to fill the different parts of this of this cup to put it back together, and it adds so much value. So this is about that. This is about recreating that cup, so then that cup can be filled with love. But first, you need to do this assembling the pieces with love, because you deserve to love all the parts of yourself. You are a beautiful being, and this will enable you to experience love afterwards from an external perspective. Okay, and I have the time to do one more, I think, for Lore. Maybe two. If you want to have a card right now, just let me know. Oof. Ooh la la. So Lore, you have two cards. Two cards that jumped. The first one is the timeout card, and the second one is the moderation cards, which are very linked, and they're telling me that it's all about the job, and it's all about you need to actually rest, regenerate, rejuvenate, re-energize yourself. Take this time and do everything with moderation, because it then creates the space for you to bring all the other things that you want to bring into your life. Without this time out, without those resets, you are going against the flow. You are pushing, and then you are not actually allowing life to do its thing, which is going with the flow, right? This is also a time for you to assess where you're at, where you want to be, how you feel inside, what you want to manifest, and how can you make the space in your current reality, in your current situation, to be able to really bring in the new. And this is about doing less things, doing more things that really truly matter and that makes you vibrate really high. So this time out is the perfect time to assess that as well. What does really elevate my vibe? What am I doing in my everyday life or in my free time that actually doesn't bring me that much joy, or temporary joy, and that I feel but not amazing. It's beautiful because this time of reflection, then you reassess everything and you bring in the new. You bring in all these new opportunities when you make that space and that time in your reality. So I think that we only have 2 minutes left. So yes, I would like to thank you so much for your time, for attending this live. I hope that I gave you useful answers. No doubt that you were here for the right reasons. No doubt that you received everything that you had to receive. I'm honored to be of service. It's a great joy for me, as usual, to share the things that I know, to give you more information, more tips, more tools, to be able to give live readings as well. I really love to be of service and to share everything with you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I will try to do more regular lives to share everything. I have so many topics. I hope this wasn't too overwhelming in terms of content. You will be able to watch the live for 24 hours again if you missed something. If you feel like this could be helpful for people that you love, that you care about, or that you know, just send them the link once the live will be published. Just forward them the live so they can watch it as well. And if you really are interested to know more about my services, my work, or everything, visit my website. At the moment I'm changing my offer, so it will be online in a few weeks time. I'm sorry about that, but drop me an email or drop me a direct message on Insta and we can have a conversation. On Instagram, in my URL, in my bio, you have my URL, Linktree. You click on there and you can book a free discovery call with me, so we can talk on the phone, on Skype, on Zoom, on any platform, so you can learn more about my work. I can learn more about your needs, where you're at, where you want to go, and if we're a good match to work together. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you again for joining, and speak to you very soon. Lots of love, my friends.